Outlaw Radio on a Thursday night, February 7, 2019. Welcome to the show. It's your boy, the world-class smartass in the building with another edition of the People's Network presents Outlaw Radio, We the People. Welcome to the show. So glad to be here. I have this microphone withdrawal that I go through after we do the show on Saturday nights, and they got to wait until Thursday. You know, it's a whole thing that I go through. But I'm here, and I'm conscious, apparently, right?
Talking beer.
Right. Talking beer. You want to go down, I mean, you just stop talking so much.
Talking.
But I'm not alone, man. I got my co-pilot here for Outlaw Radio, man. My brother, Talk to Teach, Listen to Learn, was popping, man.
Yes, sir. Brother, Talk to Teach, Listen to Learn, your truth transfer engineer. Alive and well and ain't in jail. Still got a chance to be healthy, wealthy, wise, free, happy, and full of joy. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm tight, man. And you know, the main thing is I'm happy to actually be alive just because, you know, there's still a price on a black man's head. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm all Afrolistic right now because up here in the Midwest, we going through this Arctic vortex, right? Cold as a polar bear's toenail, but we still do what we do. We move and groove in between, right? Like I could literally sell an igloo to an Eskimo because I grew up in the cold and the snow, right? So, hey man, you know, hit like, hit follow, hit share, appreciate what we do. Give me my flowers while I'm alive. Because if you come to my grave and do it, I'm going to haunt you. I'm joking. Shout out to 3041 North, man. Brother Terry and Mr. Brown down there today. Getting it in. You see we had to put them on the wall of fame, right? And if you have a business, if you have something that you like to do, see, we started out with the backdrop of this kind of thing, but it doesn't have to be a movie poster, or it can be your business here, right? 414-810-3131. That's how you get in touch with Mrs. Brown, and you can schedule a wedding, a birthday party, a bar mitzvah, you know, a comedy show, whatever it is that you want to do. We're talking about a real live venue. And I know, because I've known this brother for a very long time, a multi-million dollar facility.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like big
5-star stuff.
Nothing like it.
5-star.
Nothing like it. Urban Country Club. So 3041 North.
That too.
And people who follow me for a while with this podcasting thing know we used to do 3041 live. And the brother, just when I started out just podcasting like 5 years ago, this brother was like, yeah, do what you want to do. You know, carpe diem, right? You know, carte blanche, my joint is yours. So we had all the politicians, they know who they are, the ones that should come on the show now, because now they got bigger jobs. What's up, bro?
Be nice.
What's poppin', man?
You catch more bees with honey. Man, it's all good. We the people.
All right, we the people, man. This weather's crazy. You know, like I said yesterday, I never think I'd be grateful for 40 degrees.
Man.
But it was 40 and I was happy, like, yes, we're above freezing.
There were places you could go and catch somebody in shorts. I seen it.
When it was 40, right?
When it was 40, I'm telling you.
So now it thaws out and it rains, but it's a natural progression. Nature is a natural thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the longer you live, the more you know, the longer you grow.
Seasons change.
Right.
Yeah, right. Whether you like it or not.
Right. So yeah, I mean, if you from the Midwest, we've talked about this. There's some trade-offs. You can move to a warmer climate, then you deal with whatever the issue there is.
Scorpion.
Well, earthquakes, mudslides, you know, transatlantic hurricanes.
Sinkholes.
It is what it is, man. Life is what you make it. Yeah. So, you know, I don't complain too much about the weather, but I do want to say, and like I'm going to say this because it has to be said, rest in peace to the officer that passed away serving a search warrant this week, you know. Killtown, Milltown, that's like our third one this year. That's not a badge of honor at all, but it is what it is. See, everybody's dying, you know what I'm saying? And if you are silly enough to kind of think that it will never come into your neck of the woods, this is why you're wrong. Right. So and just to sum up what brothers is like cold on the internet right now. about the officer's death. I'm like, look, respect the dead if nothing else.
Well, did you see the post of the officers with the T-shirts on that said "I can breathe"?
I didn't see that one. I seen.
Did you hear about it?
I haven't even heard that yet. Here in Milwaukee, that's.
No, not in Milwaukee.
I'm talking about the officer that died.
I understand. I'm making a point. You know what I'm saying as to why brothers feel that way, because when it was us, they mocked.
Right. It ain't no.
Wait. George Zimmerman is going around signing Skittles. You know what I mean? Bags and doing a world tour like he's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No doubt.
So.
No doubt.
At some point or another, who's to blame for the hate that hate made?
Who's Chico?
Hey.
Okay. So okay, I get that, right? What I'm saying to you is, there's a bottom line need for you to respect just life, period. Whether they're on your side or not. So I'm saying as a soldier, as a frontline soldier, if I go into battle, if I slay the opposition, I still feel bad for them dying. Like, I still feel bad that I had to take somebody people from them for my cause, even if I'm the victor. So I'm saying, brothers, fall back with that, fall back with the disrespect. Like, there's no need to disrespect the dead. Now, as much as I hate, a lot of dead communists and white supremacists, and I don't cross that line. Like, when you get to the man upstairs, that's the final judgment. It has nothing to do with me or how I felt about you, right?
Right.
So I'm saying with this officer, first of all, it's a job for this man, and he had gone to the military. So somewhere in his mind, he felt like he wanted to dedicate his life to trying to do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Serve your country, then you come home and you get on the police force. Like, see, me, after coming from overseas, I wouldn't want nothing else to do with that shit. I'd be like, man, no, I'm cool. I'm gonna rap.
So what happened to us when we came back from overseas?
See, the injustice. There we go. The injustice. We the people.
Yeah, we are.
And you gotta understand, the way we doing this show is not we the people.
No.
But, hey, man, we the people.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
We are the ones who make the decision, or we should be.
Yeah, we should be.
But we've been getting fucked up. I'm sorry. I've been
trying
to cut. Put it in the bank.
Yeah, listen, let's do a change jar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then
I almost dropped the first F-bomb tonight on the show.
And I can take it home at the end of the night.
Well, you get to take it home.
Well, you cuss.
So what if because you're going to drop one, I'm going to make sure you drop one.
But here's the thing, but I'm not saying I'm trying to stop.
Oh, okay. That sound like he's trying to extort me and shit on the air.
No, this is you.
And shit don't count.
Yeah, you volunteered.
Shit don't count.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in this country now, like in Milwaukee, we have a problem because death is your next door neighbor. If you live anywhere in the 414, like you can run to a suburb. That ain't safe. Back in the days, here's how old I am. When I was younger in Milwaukee, the higher number block you lived on, the safer you were, and the more white people you lived around.
Yeah.
Not now. Brothers be getting killed on like 125th in Hampton. You be like, what was he doing up there? Yeah. You never know. It's baby mama. You don't know.
It don't matter. Like at one point or another, it was Gary, Indiana. At one point, it was of course, we know about Chirac. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It
gives you one shot.
You saying murder is murder,
yeah.
And I get that too.
And the rates is ridiculous.
But I do want to say,
you're first or whether you're seventh, is still ridiculous. You know what I mean?
I want to say, rest in peace to that officer. First of all, and rest in peace and condolences to his family. Because if he had kids, and this is a job at the end of the day for him. So if there's anything, because I always have to take a good black racism moment from everything, right? At least the dude that shot him was white. I'm sorry. I said out loud what every black person in Milwaukee is thinking. At least the dude that shot him was white. Well, this is something they can't blame us for and shit.
Give them no more ammunition.
Right.
They claim that they fear for their life.
Rest in peace.
To shoot a bunch of more innocent black people in the street in broad daylight on camera.
I think in order for a community to function, there has to be some equilibrium. So even those who are out there to enforce the laws, like police officers, like people say fuck the police, and that's very easily. But I say, just hold the police accountable. And when they don't do what they're supposed to do, then they should be subject to the same criticism that everybody else gets. The problem comes when you want to say that because we operate on this show with what we call the 100% rule, which means there's nothing that is 100% correct ever.
No, absolutely.
Like you can't put people in the group. You can't, man, if this happened, that's going. There's no definites in life.
No, absolutely.
And you talk about variables.
Absolutely.
We talk about variables.
Right? Yeah.
So I'm saying, brothers, stop it. Even if you feel that way, like some of us have really, as brothers, we've taken losses at the hands of the police. I understand mass incarceration. I understand the everyday murder of black men at the hands of police officers that continuously get acquitted. I understand all of that. But I'm saying when somebody loses their life, let's all stop and say, whoa, hold on, shit.
But you know what?
Whoa.
That is the beauty right there of black people. We have the ability to do in the
I don't know about nobody else, but you're right. I thought you was giving me some
no,
credit.
no.
Like, Kev, that's the beauty of you.
As a people. Because we can do that. We forget. We want to love everybody.
I thought you was
right?
talking to me.
We talk about forget. Like, others don't, but we do. Others look out for themselves and they put their own race and culture first. But we don't. We want to love everybody. We want to assimilate. We see the good.
We're some lovable. We're some affable people.
We just forgive and forgive and forgive.
Unless it's one of us who did it. Then it'd be like, I'm killing that mother.
Oh, then you didn't ever kill that thing.
Right. So Outlaw Radio, man, we the people. We the people. We the people. Right. We the people, not you. 1%ers, you're not the people. We are. Like, so they have the money. If you say, well, they have 1% of all people kind of control the economy then that means that those 99% should be acting a goddamn ass on every front. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Ass. Damn.
Right. You can't. That's a combo though. You can't put goddamn ass together. I'm sorry.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I want everybody to understand, if you have an event that you need to happen, hit up 3041 North. The disclaimer is the opinions expressed on Outlaw Radio are solely those of the motherfucker that said it. It don't have nothing to do with 3041 North.
No.
It's an A1 5-star 414-810-3131.
Yes.
Holler at Mrs. Brown. Get married. Go. Let's get married. Or repass. Or damn, it's over. Or whatever.
Graduation.
Right. All that. Just don't, So when I say
party.
we the people, I want people to understand. Like I look at, like we got this Trump thing, and one thing like black people don't understand. Like it's always like we're mystified about why things are the way they are in this country, where it's very simple.
It is very simple.
Because they have always said we the people, we make the decisions. So whether it's special interest groups, whether it's lobbyists, whether it's think tanks, whether it's their governmental structure, everything they've done it collectively. So like when you couldn't drink out that water bubbler, all of us told on your ass if we seen you. Even the ones that said, I don't agree with it, but y'all gonna keep that shit going. Like ain't nobody, no winning player wants to go to a team and say, I'm gonna go play for the losers now. You want to keep winning. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at us as black people, I think we ain't Brody enough and say, hey man, like this city is 60% people of color. Why are we shortchanged on anything? We the people.
Right.
You got individuals downtown who sit in offices that don't serve the best interests of their constituents. Why is that when we the people? We're the one. Now you do realize in order for you to keep your job, I gotta vote for your ass, right? Yeah. We the people. And we should take that, like we feel powerless. And that's the craziest part of it. This is the tragic irony. The majority feels powerless. So, this is the phenomena in South Africa.
Right.
This is the phenomena that played out in the United States in the slave trade. In the South, we outnumbered white men by a great portion.
The 20 rule in the 80.
Right.
Yeah.
So nobody hey man, we don't gotta pick this shit. We the people. It's 15 of them.
Right. It's always more of us, man. So what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong.
You tell me. I just gave my comment, stood on my soapbox. We the people is what I said.
We the people.
The audacity of hope.
We don't realize we the people. Actually, right now, what it is we the people versus corporations.
We still are.
And corporations seem to be winning.
You got sabotage from the dude who put the wax on the bathroom floor. Because those are the people who are, that's us. the people who take your garbage out, you high-powered executive, the chick who rubs and wipes off your desk every morning, she's powerless. When you ain't around, because you're so lax, she could go through your shit and sell your secrets. If she was geared to the move.
We got people that give themselves for the corporation, but ain't no corporation giving themselves for the
Right. Who cares about us?
Hey.
Who cares about us? Nobody, right? And it's time to change that. And I want people to understand.
At least we should.
If there's nothing wrong with being an average, like if you say, well, I'm not a singer, I'm not a dancer, I'm not a pro basketball player or football player, that don't mean your life is ruined. Like, you can still live, as they say, your best life. Because you got to understand that the power brokers get their power from you. And the ultimate way that they get their power from you is your approval. And the ultimate way you approve of them is through your pocketbook. So once again, we get back down to the real essence of the idea that we, the people, have them the dollars. And if we stop spending those dollars, there will be no you. There won't be a 1%.
See how quick you get their attention.
Right.
You start affecting them.
You want to hurt a white man, mess with his money.
Oh, man.
Go back down and we're in Black History Month. Go back down and review the civil rights movement. It starts from a bus boycott, a very effective one.
Right.
You know, if black people had just said, you know, and this is the only kind of thing that I criticize them for. And I don't criticize them for much because I understand what they were, all of the black people there who were involved in the movement, not getting on the bus,
the
civil rights movement. One thing I would say is this. Once they said, man, y'all can sit where y'all want. Our buses is hurting. Why wouldn't you say, no, we cool. We gonna buy our own buses. It shouldn't be Greyhound bus lines. It should be Pitbull bus lines. It'd be black owned, and we'd be all right.
They just wanted to be like Massa, man. They wasn't even like, they wasn't really, you know.
If I don't beg you to let me sit
Have your own.
at your counter, I wouldn't have to eat cold fries from McDonald's right now. It'd be McBrown's. And you know, black people cut real potatoes for French fries. A Big Mac patty would have been this goddamn thick.
Yeah, come on.
It's all about self-empowerment. So it's Outlaw Radio, we the people.
Yes.
We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. And you know, I took a loss this week as we're going to do the hip-hop snob tonight as a hip-hop fan.
Right.
I took a loss this week because I had to watch Big Boy perform at the Super Bowl. So I've decided to just do some great Outkast music that will remind you, like I started the show out with Crumbling Herb, which can be replaced off the Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music album. And this one is also off that album. And, you know, like I say, Big Boy did what he had to do. We're going to talk about this in the Hip Hop Snob. I guess. I don't know. I don't want to think about you or remember you on the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I want to remember this brother and his music.
Really messing with your image, yo.
Right. Well, just because of my, I'm one of them from the first.
Your hero, seen under the curtain.
They call them UGK alumni. That's what young boys call us, right? That's that school of Pimp C with Outkast and all that. It's real hip hop. It's rich. It's moist.
All right, there you go.
So we'll do this as a musical break, and then we'll come back and we'll do We the People. I got some current events that need to be discussed amongst you and myself.
All right.
And then you got Real Talk.
Yeah, real talk.
We'll pop Real Talk.
You know what? I think I figured it out. The whole racism thing.
You think you got the answer?
I got the answer, man, and it's all been a misunderstanding.
And we gonna do Real Talk when we come back.
Yeah,
We'll be right back after this.
please. What's up? We're back here from the little break, the musical break. What's going on from Outkast? Checking out Big Boy. We're probably going to discuss Big Boy. I wanted to know what you thought about his Super Bowl performance. I know you said you didn't really want to remember him.
I want to talk about Big Boy, but I want to talk about Big Boy until I get to the Hip Hop Snob.
Okay.
Like, so I would want people to just kind of wait and check that out because that's entirely a hip hop subject in itself.
Okay.
So that's like, in-house, family business between me. I mean, that's my cousin from the South. Now, not really, but I felt like that just because of his music. So I wanted to talk about that in the Hip Hop Snob.
Got you.
I wanted to know what you had on deck for Real Talk.
Well, I tell you what. I talked about earlier, man, having the whole racism thing figured out. And what it is it's a language barrier. We ain't really been speaking their language. They've been telling us the whole time, but we really ain't been paying attention. So I'm gonna translate for us a little bit. You know, what they mean when they say certain things. So when they say there's a war on drugs, what they mean is they're bringing drugs in. We're about to bring some drugs into the country. When they say there's a war on crime, what they mean is there's a war on blacks. It's like when they talk about finding a cure for cancer, what they mean is they're giving you cancer. When they say they're giving you a flu vaccine, what they tell you, they're giving you the flu. When they say it's a Christian nation, what they mean is gay marriage is legal. When they say it's a melting pot, what they really mean is it's a land of discrimination. When they say the land of the free and the home of the brave, what they mean is the land of the thief and the home of the slave. When they say slave, what they mean is niggers. When they say thugs, what they mean is niggers. When they say minorities, what they mean is niggers. When they say man, what they mean is not you. When they say all men are created equal, what they mean is not you. When they say all lives matter again, what they mean is not you. When they say make America great, what they mean is slavery. When they say the good old days, what they mean is slavery. When they say prison, what they mean is slavery. But don't be tricked, because when they say school, what they mean is prison. Even when your social studies teacher, if you take it back and listen to what they said, they talked about the Dark Ages. When they say the Dark Ages, what they mean is black people was running shit. They were royalty. When they say the Renaissance era, what they mean is the whitening of history, destroying of noses and historical artifacts. So what we have to do is just understand their language, and then we can stop thinking that they care about us. We can stop thinking that they have our best interest in mind, because they don't. When you say, well, why would they do that? They do that because they hate you. I'm wrong. In the words of the general, prove me wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But other than that, it's real talk.
414-239-5708 if you agree or if you disagree with what this brother just discussed in his latest segment of Real Talk. 414-810-3131 if you want to call 3041 North and schedule your wedding or whatever it is that you might want to have, your birthday. They do a lot of, 60-year-old birthday parties. So just go down there and take a tour. They'll make sure it's right for you. I do agree with a lot of the things you just said. This country, there's a forever shifting paradigm in this country. And it changes. It's amoebic. It doesn't have like a solid shape. It's always wrapped around what's the latest dig, right? Like, so in this supposed politically correct environment that we live in which we know that that's just the latest way for them to cover up, whatever like atrocities they've committed. Like, they always try to figure out a way to justify what they've done to us collectively as people of color. And it's always existed as a thin veil. Like, they want to pull it over your face. And as long as they can have it over your face and over your eyes, then your vision is limited.
But we always trying to look for a way to forgive them. And if you think about it, they never once asked for forgiveness.
When you said forgiveness, which I think is a very unique word.
Okay.
Because forgiveness would indicate accountability and acceptance.
Which they've never done.
That's never happened.
That's never done. So why do we keep insisting on trying to forgive them and give them forgiveness, and they've never asked for it?
Well, I think because we were taught, upon our induction into this country, we were trained and taught that to forgive is divine. Like, so, that the Bible, and this is where people get pacifism and like Christians and Christianity kind of mixed up and twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because I can hear what you say, but I can also watch what you do.
And that's what
so you can tell me to turn the other cheek, but when I watch and see that you're one of the most aggressive, violent perpetrators in the world, I'm no longer fooled. And I say, oh, see, that's right. All of that from the Crusades, all where they made up their mind like we're gonna go teach these Muslims a lesson.
But you turned the other cheek.
Well, they got their ass whooped, so they had to turn the cheek to get the fuck up out of there and get back to England.
They just scooped up and came back.
Right. Well, you know. I mean, you know, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Real deal. Like, and y'all need to holler at Jason if you agree or if you disagree.
No, I you know, if it's on the level of man trying to, you know what I mean, a give and take. If it's on some foolishness, you know what I mean. But I talk to teach and listen to learn. So you know what I mean. I can learn from people that vibrate on higher levels than me for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
We got I want to talk about Liam Neeson. You know, with his foolishness. And you know the funny thing, and I bring this up right outside of what you did with Real Talk,
Right.
just because you talked about forgiveness, and because a lot of us have watched some Liam Neeson movies, and for so long, and that's the thing that Hollywood creates. It creates this false belief. You look at this individual for years, and you say, well, he stands for this, or he's that person. Then you find like this cat was a cocaine sniffing, heroin shooting, pill popping, you know what I'm saying, depressed, psycho, sociopath, and it's hard for you to accept. Like, no. So Liam Neeson is, and let's talk about what he said, because you talked about forgiveness, all right?
Right.
And a lot of black people forgave what he said because he said a black dude, supposedly, based on the accusation of his friend, said a black dude raped her.
Right.
And he turned and said, I went out and I wanted to kill any black bastard I seen that night.
Did you hear the passion when he said black bastard?
Right, because that's how he was going to distinguish who he was shooting at. It had to be one of these black bastards. So that in itself indicates a fundamental, a racist like perspective. So maybe it took him a long time to get it out, but he got it out. So now the choice is yours. In the words of Black Sheep, you can get with this or you can get with that. I'm going to put him in the same book that I put Steven Seagal, Steve Harvey, Rush Limbaugh,
Okay.
Mark Belling, David Duke, Donald Trump. Like y'all in the racist room.
Oh, absolutely.
It's where you're always, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, from henceforth, I discount it. No, if you make a movie, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna support it. Just because you said this. Because check this out. If one of my friends was murdered by a cop, right? Or not even a cop. Because we put too much on the police. I'm going easy on the police. Say my friend got murdered by a Republican, a conservative Republican, or the son of which often happens.
Right.
We talking about mass shootings, but okay. But so say that happened, and I said, you know what? I was ready to kill that night. I went on the street and I wanted to kill any white motherfucker I seen.
The white bastard.
Any white piece of, if I said any white devil I seen.
Right. Oh, there you go.
White people would lose their, did you hear what he said? He's threatening us. We can't let this happen.
Wow.
There's no forgiveness for me in their eyes. I could be famous and get ready to host the Oscars 10 years from now, and somebody say, remember that time he said he was going to kill any white devil he seen?
And then we hear me too, and
Right.
he did this, and then they start looking into your
So I'm
only
saying,
for black men though.
I'm saying Liam Neeson, it's fine for you to feel that way because she said it. I want to tell you something else. There's been a million lies. Emmett Till is one of the most poignant examples where a white woman has lied on a black man for whatever reason, from whistling to Mandingo, tearing her off, and he raping me, to Rose. It's, that Alabaster Super Cunt is one that's led us astray for years and years and years and years and years. So even, I don't know how well you know this chick, but the fact that she put it on a black man. See, I'm from a city called Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where once upon a time Jesse Anderson murdered his wife. He plotted to murder his wife, so he went to the black mall and bought a baseball cap from a black man.
Lakers cap.
Murdered his wife in a parking lot and threw the baseball cap there and said a black
man,
guy did it.
Black man did it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why there's no Northridge today.
Right.
So when we talk about that accusation of, a black man raped me, we crossing the lines into the Me Too and all this kind of thing, and I'm not going to go there with you. All I'm saying is you and the rest of any group of white people who decided to wear blackface at one point in their lives, i.e.,
But they got the black mask.
the
Have you seen
whole
those?
government in the
Gloves?
state of Virginia right now. I don't know what's going on with them. Like, okay, with blackface when I was in high school and college, but now I'm not racist anymore. See, we don't listen to y'all anyways, right? And now that we know you feel this way, Liam, we won't be watching you at all.
I won't.
So all your little movies where you know I have a special set of skills, I got some too. You might have a special set of skills, but I got some too. So I wanted to say, you know, to Liam Neeson, it's no reason for us to come apart because we got to keep our eyes focused on what's important, and that is financial empowerment and an investment in education. And if you live in the Midwest, there has to be an investment on making those who are elected come up with a real comprehensive plan to deal with the lead levels in our water and the poisoning of our children. So Liam Neeson, whatever. Like, screw you. It's easy to deal with you. Right. You'll never kill another wolf on the screen in my house. Right.
Right.
God damn it, Kevin. Come watch my movie.
You straight turned off.
Not even on Netflix,
Tuned
right?
out. You done. Here.
That's why Steven Seagal ass so slow now on Netflix. His kung fu moves slow as hell.
It don't matter the fact that he's 316 pounds.
Right. I skip every movie. You out there looking like Fat Elvis fighting mine, right? So,
Wait, and it whooped 11 niggas, man.
Right.
The hair don't get it punched. Your hair ain't messed up, nigga. Go.
it's time for us to just start dismissing people.
Yeah.
And like not be distracted from what we really need to be focused on. Our children, our communities is in shambles right now. Like, there's no need for us to really, you know, get excited about things that won't help advance our community. That's my focus. If it ain't about some business or some money or some kind of way where we can fight the coming gentrification before they try to flush us out this city via their investments, as they call them. When I look at downtown, the only thing I can think of is I had a homie one time, and he never used this word right, but it was always beautiful to me when he would say it. He'd say, that's morally impossible about anything that shouldn't be happening, right? I didn't want to correct him. So I say it's morally impossible to have $1 billion stadium, $1 billion team, and a coming Democratic National Convention 10 minutes from the projects. It doesn't work. Gentrification coming. Ask your leader. Ask whoever come to you and say, vote for me. Ask them, do you have a plan to counter the coming gentrification? If he or she has no plan, don't vote for him.
And know the difference between an answer and a response. Because a politician is good to give you a response and never answer your question.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when he get finished talking for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and you go back and you have not received an answer to your question, you don't know what you just got a response.
In the hood, that's called getting spent, right?
Slant, spin.
Now, there was somebody else this week because I am mad at Big Boy, right? We're about to take a break and do the Hip Hop Snob. Shout out to Shy King. Check out the YouTube shows. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow. Do whatever you have to do. Certainly follow our live stream. But CeeLo Green, man, like CeeLo Green was kind of, you've already suffered because you were like, you popped the X on the chick. Like, I don't want to go into your issues. You know, your journey from like a pivotal member of the Goody Mob to what you became when you were accepted and you had your residency in Las Vegas and you had this tremendous hit, fuck you.
Right,
I was with that.
Mm-hmm.
But then this week, he told Big Boy via Twitter, go ahead and do your thing. Fuck all them so-called protesters. Do your thing.
Right.
And my thing with him is, and I should be talking about this in the Hip Hop Snob, and I know that, but since I already talked about Big Boy, and we're going to talk about him some more. But I want to say, what you talking about so-called protesters?
Look at this machine.
Do you know what Colin Kaepernick is kneeling for is bigger than whatever song you ever made, bro? I understand that you guys in Atlanta, the Dungeon family, I'm showing y'all love tonight because I'm playing that music. But do you realize that this is bigger than that? Do you realize that what Colin Kaepernick did is basically sacrifice his livelihood, whether intentionally or unintentionally? He took that stand, he made that statement, and I think we all, like I said, We have to get in line. We the people. If we feel like that, because first of all, Tim Tebow did this years before he did. And they said, what a good Christian young man.
Tebowing. They gave it a nickname.
Right. White boys was doing it all over the country.
It was about God.
Right.
Right? You know
a brother did it and wore a fro, and the NFL Good Old Boy Network lost their goddamn minds and got exposed.
And other niggas don't mind. Other black people don't mind. They don't mind. They don't mind. It's okay.
So
get your money, right?
I just wanted to say to CeeLo Green, watch your mouth when you say that, because these little so-called protesters are the individuals that buy your music. You gotta understand the Dungeon family, the genius of their music is based on rebellion.
Yeah.
You guys come from the South. You represented a new voice of the South. You made a song called Backyard Mississippi with 8Ball, which is one of the most revolutionary songs I've ever heard from that era, come via hip-hop. So for now, you're so corporate now, and you got so much money now that it's fuck them little protesters. I put one in the bin for me. Because he said it.
What money do?
So we're going to talk about that when we come back, because I'm going to do the hip-hop snob. But like I said, I want to remember the good times. I love the Dungeon family. I think Rico Wade and Sleepy Brown and Outkast and all of that whole movement was golden for hip-hop. But sometimes hip-hop can step out of line. And this is entirely one of those times. So this is dedicated to CeeLo Green, even though it's probably the song that made us all love him in the first place. So should I take it back? No, we're objective and subjective on this show. So it's never about one person's opinion.
Especially if it ain't yours.
Right. Trying to get his brother all the help I can. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Outlaw Radio, man, on a Thursday night, February 7, 2019. It's time for the Hip Hop Snob. I am the Hip Hop Snob. Unfortunately, I haven't, I haven't been able to get this out every week like I want to, because I feel like that this is something that needs to be updated, every day, every day of the week. But I managed to collect all the things that are important in terms of hip hop. And like I always talk about, like, who's the occupying governance. And for a while we were kind of like overwhelmed by the Tekashi 6ix9ine Treyway thing. Now see, as an old hip hop fan, and this is where young hip hop fans can learn something from myself, I've seen movements come and go. I remember my introduction into it, Run DMC was the best thing going. Like, there was no substitute. They were the first to go platinum, first to have major tours with the thing with Aerosmith and all this. Like, it was the biggest thing. It looked like it would never fall, and then it fell. And then we get this whole new era where we get the EPMDs, and you get the Rakims, and you get the Eric B's, and all. We've talked about this transition before, but those days came and went. Even I managed to actually live through the whole Tupac, Death Row, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, NWA. It all went away. There's a window of opportunity. So when I saw the Tekashi 6ix9ine Treyway thing, I felt like, well, this is just a moment. Like, it'll blow over. Unfortunately, this thing kind of just boiled over, when keeping it real goes wrong. So eventually this young brother ends up incarcerated. Which, as an older man, I knew when I saw it, like off top, I said, dude's going to jail. Like, or either somebody gonna kill him. Like, there's just no way you can, So I saw this, and then it came to pass, and then he was, first he got kidnapped and robbed, and he was taken into, fed charges, this whole thing. Now the revelation comes out that, he snitched, he told on everybody, he gave me, this all plays out just the way we as older brothers knew it was gonna play out. So I hope, if anything, youngsters learn that if you want to get in this game, yeah, you can sell your soul to the devil to get in. But, there's really no long-term plan for you. Like, you will never be revered with the greatest ever. And unfortunately, you in the belly of the beast and at their mercy. I don't know if they'll let you out, but in terms of being a hip hop artist, your credentials are forever questionable. Like, you know, so after the rap shenanigans play out, at the end of the day, here's a young man who's about to go and do some years. Or when he comes home, he's going to have to be in the witness protection program. Either way it goes, all of the yamping and camping is gone. You know, like I said. So, my thing with Tekashi is, you know, I hope you learn something from this. And I really hope, because hopefully you can get some ownership to your masters. That's the business of hip-hop. You know, you can get some publishing. So long after we've forgotten about you, those who are nostalgic can upload or download your music, you can still get paid. That's the only thing you really got left. In terms of being a rapper, that's over. Hip-hop is taking your license. Now we got this whole thing with 21 Savage. And I've given 21 Savage credit. I thought, like, my first introduction to 21 Savage with the XXL freshman cover that he was on, and he came in with a class with Kodak Black and what's the little funny looking boy from Philly that some people like that's just a little bit. What's his name? What is his name? I know you don't know, Jason.
No.
You know what the little brother? What's his name?
Uzi Vert.
Uzi Vert, right? So you got, and it's Uzi Vert, and then there's another one. Uzi Vert is the one from Philly. What's the Lil Boat? Lil Boat. It's like it's like the wackest class ever when they come in, and we all like, oh hell no. Nah. But out of that group, Kodak and 21 Savage actually started to make some really good music, right? Like for my old ass ears. And 21 Savage just actually made a song with J. Cole called A Lot, which is a great song. No matter what school of hip hop you're from, you can't listen to it and say, hey man, that's... I was even with the 21 Savage 10 Freaky Girls on the Yacht. Like I was like, oh, this little brother's coming with it now. Now you spitting. But unfortunately, since, you know, nowadays the name of the game is fake it till you make it, we found out that this brother's actually from Britain. He's from the UK and came here when he was 12 with his mom on a work visa and just stayed, right? And he's even caught a felony, which makes no sense. And this is why people are like right now being real vocal about this. Seems kind of conspiracy theorish, right? Did I say that right?
Or Trumpish.
Right, some bullshit in, you know.
Trumpiana.
But the fact is now I see the reports coming out that when they did pull him over because they were supposedly looking for another rapper, he was drunk off some sort of fluid and he actually like drove his Charger Hellcat like across his Dodge whatever across the sidewalk, and then he had a fully loaded Glock with an extended clip in his glove compartment. Right. So, but this is the school where like them youngins, and we was wondering like as, you know, OG saying like, man, how is our youngsters out here like this, son? But now you see like our lack of guidance for them, and the fact that we haven't really we weren't there for them now. Because I heard the youngsters say that to us. Like instead of criticizing us, y'all should get with us. So man, whatever, man. I hope that this brother's able to figure this out. But like, you know, I'm tired of faking. Like you trolled and you was the hot boy, but then 21, but you ain't even, you know, just say you Slick Rick because we dealt with that. Then we got the Super Bowl where artists, and this is where my big boy thing comes in, and he did I Like the Way You Move. And I had a problem with Gladys Knight doing the national anthem. Like I really thought that was like one thing we have to stop doing collectively is when most of us say we ain't going, one of us say, no, fuck that, I'm going. That kind of messes, that kind of like throws the whole revolution off, right? So, you know, I was kind of upset with Gladys, and then when I say this big boy really like Travis Scott, like I told young people, that's y'all L to take. That comes from the hip hop. No, that's not my generation.
Right.
But we collectively had to hold that L for Big Boy, and that's why I played mostly Dungeon Family music tonight, because like I said, I want to remember him as the part of Outkast that was the gangster part, that was Big Boy, Daddy Fat Sack, Sir Lucius Left Foot. Right?
CeeLo a little bit of that L too.
CeeLo can get it. He can get it with two barrels because you should have kept your mouth out of this, Playboy. Right? Like, and just to say them little so-called protesters, whatever, man. It shows me that you put money over people.
Spit on your ancestors.
Right. Which at one point you supposedly represented. There is a new John Shaft movie coming out, right? With Samuel L., Richard Roundtree, and the youngster. See, this is what I'm talking about. Put them all together.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's.
So what is this? The prequel?
Nah, this is a new Shaft. Samuel L. and his son and Richard Roundtree. So I seen the trailer. That trailer's out there. I think that's a dub for hip hop. I think hip hop, we've always supported that. Like, we always supported the generation that came before us. We supported Superfly.
Gotta make the
and
soundtrack
Shaft
though,
and you know, Black Caesar. Like, we embraced that.
Gotta make the soundtrack though.
It gotta be, but see, they don't make them like they used to.
Try it.
And then I don't know if people have listened to the Rock the Bell show on Sirius XM Satellite, which is, it used to be Backspin, but this is LL. He's kind of taken it and made it Rock the Bells. That's the channel. They do a lot of stuff with classic hip hop. Like, they even have a show that's hosted by Roxanne Shante, right? Like, so if you a golden hip hop like fan,
Right.
and you can't find your mix, you can get it there.
Yeah.
You can get it there. That Rock the Bells is popping for old dudes. And then I seen Spice One once again. Spice is the only old dude from our generation who's apparently still even cares, because he went right at the Migos and said, you know, how y'all gonna be the best group ever when y'all dress like fags? Like, that's what he said. Like, no, he don't care about PC, none of that. Spice is like, I can tour off my records.
He's looking for smoke. You know what I mean?
Well, he wants it with the young dudes.
Right.
And he said, I want you to test me because I'm a fool with this microphone. But Spice is one of those golden age 90s gangster rappers. And you can go back and listen to his music and you're like, oh. That felt kind of vivid.
Yeah.
So I thought, and my last thing, well, you know, Chris Brown has gone at Offset for the Migos too and called him Pootie Tang. So the internet has no heart, man. But the last thing is the transgender Sydney Star that's on Love and Hip Hop. I'm a little confused at what the message is here. What is this about? Because we know that Sydney Star for a long time would pose with rappers and say, well, I have a relationship with him, and lie like he did Chingy like this. And Chingy's like, I just thought he was a girl and took a picture with him and kept it moving, right? So the fact that you put him now on Love and Hip Hop, and now his storyline is he wants to make a hit rap song so he can have enough money to have a sex change. To finally get because now he says he has to tuck. He wants to get it changed into a vagina. I always say this to the media, and I know Viacom owns VH1 as well as BET and all of this. And you all are in charge of the expression of pop culture to us. And as a hip hop snob, as an old man, like old people put their glasses down like this, right? Yeah. And when I see that, I said, look at that, that's a boy. Look at that, what? Come here, girl. Look at this motherfucker right here. I want gay people, LGBTQRST, to understand this. Yes, I wouldn't say homophobia because phobia indicates fear. I would say there's a lot of homo bashing within hip hop, and we know that homosexuality has been taboo in the black community, so there's a lot of, homo bashing there. But one thing I want you to understand is if you stop trying to force your agenda down people's throat, you probably wouldn't get so much blowback. So for now, for you to try, to just force this, like, do I really, like, and then on every Love and Hip Hop now there's a gay rapper, because on the other one, Miami, this is Bobby Lights and all this, and his appearance on the Breakfast Club speaks for itself. You can Google that. I'm just trying to say, it's okay for you to be gay, but it's also okay for me to be straight.
Is it?
And I don't need to try to force mine on you, and you don't need to try to force yours on mine. Holler at me on Instagram, holler at me on Facebook, holler at me on Twitter, whatever, via the People's Network on YouTube, the Hip Hop Snob. Thursday nights, man, Outlaw Radio, We the People. Brother Jason, Talk to Teach, Listen, Learn. Shaw King is in the building. Shout out to Bear Meeting. Shout out to my sister, Reggie Snow.
Shout out, yeah.
So what's up, man? What you think about the Hip Hop Snob tonight?
Man, I should have been taking notes and I could have got it. So, first of all, that LBGTQ element of P, their union is strong, bro. You know what I mean? So I just choosing your words careful. That's good. They union is a little too strong. But as far as telling them they need to stop forcing their agenda, they doing it and they doing it successfully. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost mandatory to have a new gay character on your program.
No matter what. No matter
like,
what.
You know what I mean? And the thing about it is so many times like they black. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's you know it's part of the agenda, brother.
Right. I'm just saying, be a little bit more sensitive to the people who you want sensitivity from. Like I said, it's the Hip Hop Snob. Holla at your boy, some old school, and shout out to Flint, Michigan, because they still don't got clean water. And ours ain't far from it.
Man,
so when we talk about hip hop, there's a documentary up right now on Netflix called Flint Town. Go and watch that. In the meantime, in between time, I got a real throwback for you hip hop wise. This is the DFC with Caps Get Peeled. We'll be right back after this.
A man has killed so many.